Hi everyone. Sorry I haven't been updating. I'm terrible. Uh, I've been meaning to do it. The struggle is real, mentally and emotionally and everything else. And forgive me, I've got a bit of something in my throat. So I might start hacking at some point. I apologize. Whew. Um, it's been a bit of up and down around here lately. Myself particularly, but kiddo's good. So that's been huge. Uh, he he's been laughing lately a little more frequently than he has for the last couple months. It's been pretty good, pretty great. I'm enjoying it again, and it's nice to see. He's not everything is funny anymore, like it was, or once was. Burps and farts, forget about it. Not even a smile to be had anywhere. Um, but just different stuff. Just tones of voice and silly voices and blowing raspberries on his cheeks and chin and tickling him and stuff. And he's actually reacting to touch and other stimulus. So that's or stimulation, I should say. So it's fantastic. Not an improvement by any means. I think I'm pretty sure, but my understanding of what's going on with them, things will come and go. But it's nice for now. You know, yeah, he's healthy. Okay, but we're coming to a point where that kid is starting to weigh a lot, and that's becoming a bit more daunting for us. But we're supposed to be taking him to a seating clinic next week, I believe. I think that's. I want to say Wednesday. And again, the second we have the appointment in Calgary with the metabolics team for him. So I'm not really sure what to expect from that. Hopefully, it's more than just the idea of end of life care or something like that. I don't think that's what it'll be, but hopefully there's some other talk. That would be huge and really something more than just checking up on him and seeing how he seeing his um, you know current status, I guess, or whatever. um, I'm just trying to think of anything else. We're gonna try to take him swimming for his birthday again. Got some plans for that in the works. That'll be good. We got a little, not a gift, well, I shouldn't treat it as though it's not a gift. It's a hell of a gesture from my youngest sister-in-law and her partner. We're going to be getting their current tent trailer as they're getting a new one. So that'll be great for us. Get the kids out camping and whatnot, and even if it's a campground or whatever, just let them enjoy a campground or something for a weekend and go play in the water and wherever we are and go from there. So as the pool proved, the kids like water. Anywhere around the area though, especially this time of year. I mean, we have to probably wait till a bit later when it's ungodly hot, but it's cold, and I know Harrison doesn't enjoy that. We tried Park Lake last year in the summer, and that kid just bawled. I don't blame him. It's dirty anyhow, but whatever. It was cold, so again, he didn't enjoy that. So maybe this year we'll have a better experience. But anyhow, my apologies. Thirsty too. Um, so that's what I have about Harrison for now. Um, I'd love again to share any and all improvement or what have you, but nothing to report because this isn't something that goes away. This isn't something that gets better. So nothing I can say there. Sort of some news to report. I don't know much in the way of details. Brittany will update the group later or tomorrow. I'm not sure when. She's trying to gather some articles and whatnot to post links for and what have you. But one of the biotech companies that is putting on one of the trials for GM1. I think the stage 2, the juvenile. I'm not sure if they're doing other. I've forgotten, and I'm sure she's told me 100 times. I don't absorb anything anymore. A lot of what happens lately is a lot of I get a lot of information sent my way, and I lose it. So, but I'm doing a bit better with it. But this company, not good from what I've gathered. Again, I don't want to say anything out of turn. Solely based on the fact that I don't want to misinform anyone. So again, look for her update on the Harrison's Heroes group. But yeah, what I've gathered is they're in some hot water. So, also, she's been asked to be. I believe she's been asked to be a panelist for an upcoming. I don't know if it's a Q&A or what the deal is, but between the Cure GM1 group, if I understand correctly, and one of the companies, I believe. If no, forgive me, might actually be the FDA. Which, I mean, as a Canadian, seems, ludicrous. What business do we have lobbying, against or to or whatever the Federal Drug Administration in the United States? But I digress. Voices need to be heard. This is not just a exclusive problem within the United States. This is a worldwide thing, and it needs to be better recognized. We need to try to spread some sort of information and awareness and open the eyes of the masses. And I've been saying for the last couple of weeks that the problem with some of these companies, I know like the one we were dealing with, they're seeing their own issues. Rare diseases aren't big business. They don't generate revenue. So what little money or what money the biotech companies have, they're not generating more by putting on these trials. Hell, they're paying people to, enroll their kid or try to enroll their, like once they are accepted, they are covering most costs for the parents and the families. Or, well, you know what I mean? Like we were in Toronto and expenses came out of our pocket, but we were being reimbursed for a great portion of it. A few things we didn't get money back for, but I mean, can't expect they're going to cover every damn cost. But I mean, for the life of us, we were put up in a downtown apartment or condo, whatever you'd like to call it. With a meal allowance that pretty much covered like a lot for one person, and an incidentals allowance that allowed for a whole crap load as well. Like, I can't remember if it was per week or per day. Regardless, I mean, yeah, it's crazy. So again, to get back to my point though, they don't have a lot. They put all their their money towards their research and whatnot. And you know, by looking at it on the grand scheme, compared to something like, you know, one of the more renowned or major diseases, cancer particularly, and every variation of cancer, there is a butt ton of money because it is a everlasting, ongoing debacle that they can't seem to, you know, manage, manipulate, remedy, whatever. And I mean that goes with a lot of other stuff too. Diabetes, you know, that's another one that there's a pile of money put towards heart disease and stroke and you know, breast cancer falls under cancer. My apologies. Uh, there's money that goes towards those. There's money donated endlessly, year after year, to any and all charities to go towards research for these major diseases. And many of you can tell me, you know, until we started talking about it, that you knew about GM1, because I can tell you flat out, I didn't know a damn thing about it. I never knew it was a thing. Who did? Honestly. Apparently, it is more prevalent in third world type countries, kind of smaller. Malta is a smaller country. It's an island. I wouldn't call it secluded, but it's, you know, it's tiny. So where I'm going with this is a lot of cases of the disease stem from incest. Not mine particularly. We made sure to clarify that we're not related. We didn't, and even if we were, we would never have known. However, they did genetic testing, as you're aware, and we are, and clear, we are not cousins. So, you know, no banjos playing. We're not from Alabama, so there's that. Yeah, it's wild. Malta, Brazil, and there's several others. There's a lot more saturation. There's maybe not necessarily a lot in comparison to North America or some of the other industrialized, you know, first world European countries. So it's you know, it's tragic that, you know, there isn't a lot of stock in this, and it either has to become a real prevalent thing, which again, because of its rarity, because of how it occurs, because of the you know, the odds, the 1 in 4, and both parents having to have like the mutated gene and passing it down, sort of thing. Like it's just like, I don't want to call it the perfect storm, because that's, you know, there's nothing perfect about it, but that's essentially what it is that creates it. So till a lot of cousins start getting together and doing it more and more and more, which I'm not in this day and age. I'm not around here, you know. It's not going to be a prevalent thing. There's not. So we're not throwing money at it. Brittany, bless her goddamn heart, has been in contact with the Cole Hurston area, whatever our area is, our riding, the MLA, with the UCP, trying to, you know, spread awareness, trying to make them aware that there is a global or an international, you know, awareness day for GM1. Where it goes, I don't know. If it falls, you know, on deaf ears, or if it just, you know, another piece of paper in the logjam, I don't know. However, it doesn't hurt to try. You don't make noise, they don't hear it, you know, squeaky wheel and all that. So that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, so with that all said, there's not much more I have to report. We're doing okay. We're gonna have a long summer. Appointments for him, and Grayson still has to have his cranial vault reconstruction, or reconstructive surgery. So that's fairly rough on him, or will be initially. It's 4 days in hospital for him, and the first few days there's a lot of swelling and whatnot. His eyes will swell up and swell shut. Pictures I've seen will, if that's any indication, kind of have set that, deep within my mind. It's frightening, but from other kids that have to go through this, their heads basically go back into proper shape almost immediately. The swelling goes down not too long after. Sorry. And then from there, I'm not really sure. I think he has to have one follow-up for it from others that we have spoken with, or that we understand, having spoken with others whose children have gone through this. Let me be clear, because I obviously can't convey what I'm trying to say anymore. And yeah, so between the two of them, it's going to be hectic. I got asked tonight if we had been in touch or contact with Make-A-Wish for Harrison. And I won't get into the details of the conversation because it was just a back and forth banter session. But we have inquired. We haven't been in contact with them per se, but we have had people inquire. To qualify, I think we could submit early, like when he's kind of 2.5 months or so. But typically they don't start looking. They have an adjudicator or a panel or whomever that look at case by case, and kind of see if they can do anything, or if they pass. There's stuff on their list of will not do, that they used to do. So there's a lot, I think, now that they not really keen on trying to try to make happen. It's just not viable. Again, they're donations based, a non-for-profit. So to think that they can just, oh yeah, let's cut a check and buy this kid a brand new goddamn house and on an acreage with a dirt bike track, not a thing, right? They don't have endless open coffers. We know this. But something, even if it's like a room remodel or base, or like a room downstairs with like a lot of sensory stuff and whatnot. We've talked about that specifically for him to try to, as long as the progression of the disease remains slow and he's still got some capability of sight and motion, which his motion is limited, and his tracking is not super great anymore. It's sensory room might help. I don't know. It couldn't hurt, and but that's just over a year from now, before we can actually have it properly, addressed, looked at, whatever. And even if we were to do something of that sort, so. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to that point, and move forward from there. So, but anyhow, yeah, that's pretty long-winded. That's I've been. It's been a minute, and I've been harboring a lot of stuff and trying to kind of remember what I want to say is the tough part, because I don't put anything down on paper or my phone, or I'm just kind of riffing on it, so to speak. So it's from the heart. Anyhow, yeah, thank you again, everybody, and I'm not going to push, but the GoFundMe is still open. And I'm not asking, I'm not begging, I'm just saying it's there. And I know a crap ton of you have already done what you can. There's no need for you to do more, share it if you can, if you think to, if you want to. If you don't, that's fine. I know there's going to be a lot coming up for us, so it helps us. It helps us help him, and that's kind of what it's there for. So, and I'm going to be going back to work shortly here, so I'm not saying we need the money necessarily. What I'm saying is, even if it were to go to help for him, having somebody help Brittany or whatever, it's a thought. So I wanted to put that out there. Again, just the thoughts are coming and going. So anyhow, appreciate it, everybody. And I'm gonna try to do this a little more often. So, or well, maybe not, depending on the length. This is over 20 minutes now, and you're done looking at my stupid face and listening to my stupid rambling. So, again, thank you. We appreciate you all. Bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I mean it. And I know Brittany, shares my sentiment. And, hopefully hopefully next week I can, present some sort of news that is, earth-shattering, mind-blowing. I don't expect to, but I'd love to be able to do that for you all. And, obviously for us. So, so stick with us, keep following. God knows we want to make sure this is something that does not go, unspoken. So again, thanks all, and a good night to you. Hug your kids.